from the comments, especially stating that the presidential candidate of the APC should be contesting instead for as a comedian. And one of the things, let's go back to why the presidential candidate of the PDP would make such a statement. Going back to some of the speeches at campaign rally grounds of the APC presidential candidate, we have seen what could be termed as a slip of tongue, an error or mistake. But a number of people have analyzed.
Hello everyone, good day according to your time. Welcome back to Learning Sticky. Hope you guys are doing well. Please, if you are seeing my channel for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and can make it on the notification button. And if you are going to watch on Facebook, please don't forget to like and follow and share this video, please. It is really important. Your comments is highly welcome. Yes, guys. So let's check it out again once more about politics. And this time is directly to the votes in 2023. It's quite approaching. And the first question I can see here is, have you collect your PVC? Okay, for those of you living in Nigeria, you know what that means. Like, you have to get this before you can do anything right now, like before you can vote. Without this PVC, it's like you cannot vote. So don't let them play you with this. Okay, maybe you think it's not serious and at the last day you cannot really vote. It is really going to be a disaster. So I think you still have time to get it. And please, you have to pick up yours, because if you don't do it, nobody will do it for you. This is the time that Nigerians should come out and tell the politicians that they are ready to take the Nigeria. Even the American people, they have made us know that this is the time for change. Okay, 2020, so a lot of things is going on, but in 2023, I think Nigerian people should start thinking differently. Okay, guys, I'm really expecting, really, because I need your comment and I also need your like. It's something that is really important to me, please, and don't break my heart. For my host, for my whole subscribers, I beg, Muna don't put me to shame. I go tell Una the way the team be. Wait till they happen self. I beg Muna leave in our comments. The way they do things for years. So not be so it's supposed to be like any other places, like in Europe. If you want to vote, not only that their voters card, now they will carry people for pocket, they'll go there, they'll go vote. You understand? If they reach there, they know who they go. Like if they reach there, they will give them the voters card, you know, they know where they will put the ink they will put on. It don't already finish. Not be all these different things when Nigeria they bring to they complicate the masses' life. Okay, so me, I dropped the video for now, and I beg you once more, share this video so that your people in Nigeria will know what's going on, how the government is pushing, so that they can also go along. God bless you once more. See you in my next update. Bye.
This is to say there are errors or slips of tongues, one too many. Just on Saturday at the Lagos APC rally at the Teslim Balogun Stadium in Surulere, where there was a massive turnout as expected for the APC presidential candidate. He had mentioned that people should get their APV or APC, whereas he was meant to say PVC, to turn out en masse to vote. Earlier in Jos, he had actually referred when he was saying God bless, he was going to say God bless his party, APC, and he said PD, APC. Some of these things have been trending. At the Kaduna Investment Summit earlier in October this year, he had said the governor, who is a member of his party and one of his supporters, was turning a rotten situation to a bad one. So there are many what people would term as gaffes that the presidential candidate of the APC has made in recent times. A human being is a human being. So you're allowed to make errors, you can make mistakes, you might not be, for the sake of argument, an excellent orator or public speaker. And so when you're in front of people, you tend to make mistakes. However, unfortunately, this has brought into question the capacity of the APC presidential candidate to vie for the highest office in the land if he's unable to properly address people without making an error. Indeed, people have asked questions around other things, even beyond what he said at during speeches. And famously, the House of Reps Speaker, Honorable Gbajabiamila, had said, thrown as if challenging people who had mocked him or made him trend on social media, saying that if they're asking a lot of questions. If they ask you who is Tinubu, tell them that he's the greatest politician. If they ask you what is his age, tell them to go and ask his mother. funny and little things like this that politicians essentially should not use to distract the main issue. So oftentimes when we find candidates throwing jabs at one another, it then becomes a distraction to the main issue. The truth is that the office, the highest office in the land, is an important and critical one indeed. We have a country to fix. We have a nation that is not in the best state economically, health-wise, in different sectors. And so we're looking for the best man for the job. What we have said consistently and urged the candidates to do is to face the issues squarely, to address issues. Yes, you can make a comment about your candidate, but more than that, what should be making headlines this morning should be what they hope to do and the quality of the statements that they are making.
Dr. Bassey?
Okay, it's as follows. In that statement by Frank Shaibu, responding to the presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, on behalf of his boss, the PDP presidential candidate, well, I mean, I was shocked that Frank Shaibu has such level of toxicity within him, because he not only threw kitchen utensils at Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the APC. He removed the whole sink and threw in his face. Complete below the belt attack, slanderous, attacks, hate speech, use of foul language, use of indecorous language, including saying that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is looking for an automatic employment without going through an interview. He even said he has to clear issues about his name, his identity, his education, and even hinted at his connection with heroin trafficking and all that. I mean, I don't want to, restate all the details, even accusing him of dementia. Now, let's go to the basic principles. Again and again, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, are told this politicians and their surrogates that, look, hate speech, abusive language, foul language amount to a violation of the Electoral Act. And there are specific sections there, sections 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, saying that, in fact, there could be penalties for this use of intemperate language. The PDP may hide under the cover that okay, they are responding to Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu saying that former Vice President Atiku Abubakar is over-ambitious and ungrateful. And hence, they've come at him with the kitchen sink and everything else inside the kitchen, including knives, and threw everything at him. But, you see, we have to go to the basic principle that this business or campaign must be conducted in a civil manner, in a decorous manner, without, the politicians abusing each other. Nigerians are not interested in abuse. Nigerians are interested in how they want to solve the problem that Nigerians face going forward. The PDP spokesperson, speaking on behalf of his boss, says, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not want to come for a debate, and that they are inviting him to a full television interview. Okay, that may be excused, but all the other argumentum ad hominem in that statement, I think it's simply overboard. The second point is that this proves the point that some people have made, that perhaps the surrogates of the presidential candidates, their spokespersons, should also be made to sign peace accord. Because violence takes many forms. Sometimes some people can have diarrhea of the mouth that can cause violence. And which was why the INEC chairman was saying the Constitution, the Public Order Act, the Police Act, and also specific sections of the Electoral Act 2022 do not allow for the use of foul language that can cause public disorder. And unless INEC and the relevant agencies begin to apply sanctions under the law, I hope this kind of situation will not completely degenerate. The Tinubu camp has not yet responded to this attack, but I don't know what they are going to throw. Maybe they too will enter the kitchen and look for whatever weapons are still available and throw back. But that's not what Nigerians want. That's not what the guidelines and the relevant laws recommend. So maybe these surrogates we also have to sign a peace accord. The third point, the presidential candidate of the PDP was saying that, perhaps Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be given the honor of the Grand Comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Well, the only man I know who bears that title, GCFR, is Gbenga Adeyinka the First, the popular comedian, who introduces himself as Gbenga Adeyinka the First, GCFR. But maybe there is still space for that. But you see, as a political attack, I think it's a bit off color. And we hope that, language, the place of language in political campaign will be something that, both the political leaders and their surrogates will pay specific attention to. It may provide entertainment, but it takes attention away from the major issues that concern us as a people. It takes attention away from the priorities that Nigerians have defined and that we continue to emphasize and underline on this program, namely issues about the economy, issues about infrastructure, issues about the future of Nigeria.
I think when people show you they have believed them, and this is a representation of our political class, and these are people that want to run Nigeria, a country that is currently on its knees as we speak, a country that is suffering, that is choking, that is reeling from unemployment, poverty, but a country that has so much potential to do well because these same leaders disrupted that potential and ruined the prospect of the country. It is a sad reminder of the kind of political class we have. I condemn in totality the PDP campaign saying that the APC presidential candidate is a comedian. That's not the kind of rhetorics we want. If you want to disagree with candidate, disagree with them on the policies, on their issues. I would have thought that the PDP will write an op-ed about what they don't like about the APC manifesto. That'll be issue-based. But also I condemn in totality what the presidential candidate of the APC has constantly done, abusing his political adversaries. Words like they'll labor in vain. Words like don't even mention that party. Words like tear umbrella. Words like that are not good. So now I'm condemning both parties. And I also condemn any party that will come and rain abuses in. As for gaffes, yes, the APC presidential candidate has made a lot of gaffes. Gaffes are a dime a dozen now. Almost every outing, there's a gaffe. But what is most important for me is that we need to have a process that is transparent. And that's why I'll say, going forward in our electoral process, presidential candidates must be able to submit to us medical reports. They must also be able to submit to us their tax returns. Because you see, if you want to get into a university in Nigeria, you'll do medicals. And your medicals go to the university authorities. If you want to get a job, you do medicals. Why is it that for the top job, they cannot show us medical reports, and they cannot show us tax returns, and they cannot, be very honest and open with us as regards everything? So that's the way forward, to be able to settle all of this, so that we can interrogate the candidates better. But please, I want the candidates to stay on the issues because this country is bleeding. And I'm very sad at the way the campaigns are going for 2023. I must express my sadness. All we hear every day, abuses, abuses, abuses. Enough of all of this. Can we talk about the issues? Can we just talk about the issues of the campaign ground and stop all these abuses? You guys don't even know children are watching. Don't you even know children, 6-year-olds, 10-year-olds are watching? Is that the kind of morals you want to impact in the children? We need to do better. Isn't the suffering and the chaos going on in this country enough for you to only tackle the issues? Enough of all of this. And the surrogates that write all sorts of message. Surrogates are direct representative of the people that they surrogate for. Except we have the candidates come out and say, no, I'm not going to abuse the person. Even if I'm going to have disagreements with him, I'm going to have disagreements with him based on policies. And in case you don't know presidential candidates, please go watch the video of John McCain in 2008, when some supporters of John McCain were abusing Barack Obama and said he was an Arab, he was this, he was that. And John McCain picked up the microphone from them and said, no, he's not Arab. He loves America just like I do. We just have differences on policy and the way to run America. He's a good family man that loves this country. I think candidates should emulate the late American Senator John McCain, things like this. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it issue-based. And all of us, all the presidential candidates have erred as regards abuses. The APC, the PDP, other political parties. It is time to stop it and keep it clean and think of the nation. Nigeria first.